Hi, I'm trying to make you a little explanation to explain one of the quiz questions that you had today. It was a question that asked you to identify this organ, and then it had some magnified insets that showed you up close of some epithelium, and it also showed you up close of the lamina propria. And so here, if we look at this slide of the cervix, you can see that the cervix actually is a transition zone between the uterus and the vagina. Now, the cervix is considered part of the uterus itself, so that structure, the cervix, is part of the uterus of that organ. It's just a more specific region. And so when you magnify the epithelium, you'll see glands that look like uterine glands, but they're actually cervical glands, and they're going to secrete mucus. In this area here, you see more of the proteinaceous substance inside, or mucus substance inside these glands, and that's where the mucus comes from in the cervix. But then when you get to this area here, you can see these cells. The simple columnar epithelium is going to transition to a stratified squamous non-keratinized epithelium, and so that's what you see here. And here's a gland here. And the other feature of the cervix, you see some lymphocytes. You see some lymphocytes that's within this epithelium, and that's normal. But then when you look underneath the epithelium, it has a lot of connective tissue. It has a lot of connective tissue, and that is very characteristic of the cervix. And why I bring that up is because if I was to go, let me just kind of make that, here's the slide here that I used to make the question. And you can see also, even just from this magnification, that the cervix has a lot of connective tissue underneath here. Just sort of even loose connective tissue. You see blood vessels, you see some scattered lymphocytes in there, and this is a transition zone between the uterine epithelium and this vagina epithelium. Now, in contrast, if I looked at a slide of the vagina, and I looked at it closer up, I would see, even from this magnification, all of this is smooth muscle. This is deep purple, pinkish stained, acidophilic, smooth muscle, not very organized in any kind of particular layer. They're all going in different directions, but it's not just loose and some dense irregular connective tissue. It has a lot more muscle in the wall of this organ, of the vagina, and that's in contrast to the cervix. So anyways, I hope that helps, because you need to know the histology of the cervix, and I wanted to give you a better explanation than what I had given you earlier. Thank you.